So the llama craze was definitely taking Lawrenceville and the Pittsburgh area by storm, especially the Pittsburgh music scene. We want llamas! We want llamas! I even got into the mix. I brought my creepy horse mask, and we had a good time. Oh, by the way, you can bring a mask to Spencer Allen Patrick's band's CD release party, Brash Teeth, and that's going to be at Spirit, and you can actually get some good discounts if you bring a mask. That is on Friday night at 9 p.m. You can get there at 8:30. I believe that's when the doors open. And that's at Spirit Lounge in Lawrenceville. But the llama craze is going strong, and I loved it. It was fantastic. It was so grassroots, which was it's just so cool. I love things like that. And one thing I love about R.A.N.T is it's run by the musicians, and there's just such a real feeling to it. Great job to Mary Jo Hall, Andrew Belsick, and everybody else who was involved in the R.A.N.T committee, TJ Connolly. But this llama craze was going on. As I said in the opening of the show, Jeremy K. Wood, he wanted a petting zoo, which I think is fun. You know, petting zoo's cool. Mary Jo said no, and the committee said no. Then he said he wanted a llama. They said no. All the llama craze went on, all the hoopla, and it was great because then, after that, despite with all of the llama craze and all of that good stuff, Amber, a fellow musician in the area, was familiar with the llama craze. She was into the llama craze. She was feeling the llama, as the kids say. So, she made a few phone calls. And we're there at the acoustic brunch. The cardboard llama contraptions were in full display behind the stage. The llama mask was being worn. Everyone was wearing the llama mask. That llama mask probably has more people's sweat in it than, I don't know, than any. It was crazy. Everybody's wearing this mask. It's probably nasty. It probably needs like Lysol or something, you know. Psst. But anyways, she reaches out to a gentleman who is walking the country, and this is kind of the weird part of the story, but it's weird in a cool way, not in a bad we're making fun of you way. There's a gentleman named Steven who is walking across America from Seattle to New York, and he's walking to raise money for children, a children's outreach. It's the Uzima outreach, and it's a twofold ministry reaching out to drug addicts and the neglected, orphaned children of drug addicts in Kenya. So far, he's raised over $100,000, and you could follow him on Facebook at Needle2Square, and you could probably find out how to send money to him that way. But he's walking across country, but he's walking with a goat. And Amber was able to get that goat and that gentleman to the acoustic brunch, to Hambone's acoustic brunch. It was unbelievable. The story was amazing. I mean, the llama craze, everything coming together. We want llamas, the hashtag, the llama masks, the llama cardboard cutouts that you could wear. And then, at the very end, close to the very end of R.A.N.T, the end of the acoustic brunch, right before the musicians moved in from the park, there was a rain issue at Arsenal Park. The musicians came in afterwards, but in between, in the interlude, as that transition was taking place, a goat, a live goat, makes its way to Butler Street, walks into Hambone's, and up onto the stage, and this gentleman, Steven, he tells his story. I'll release a little bit later this week a little bit of what he had to say. But he literally walked, and it's taken him a couple years now, from Seattle all the way to New York, and what are the odds that he would be in Pittsburgh the weekend of R.A.N.T during the llama craze going on throughout the city? We want llamas. Let's hope we can get more animals back to R.A.N.T next year. It was fun. It was a nice added touch, and it was really... Matt Geica will kill me for this cliche, but it was really the Cinderella story of the music scene this year. And just looking at everything that went on this weekend, and again, this is a Christian ministry. I don't know if there is a God, but if there is a God, He was smiling on the music scene this weekend, and I would say he's probably a fan of llamas. Up next, we're going to talk about mods and rockers. I'm excited about that. We're going to bring in... we're going to talk about mods and rockers with Nicole White. We're going to bring her in. She's calling in from California, but she's still involved in the Pittsburgh mods and rockers, believe it or not. So we're going to talk to her next. Don't forget, this Saturday is the last performance of the show ever. You can check that out at Mr. Smalls. We're going to play you a song from the show right now. You're listening to Pittsburgh's voice for local music, the River's Edge Radio Network.